Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hello guys, welcome back to another stout review. Another horse beer tonight. Always excited when I get to review horse beers. This is Marshall's debut. And per usual with Horus artwork, it is absolutely amazing. It's just fire. I think, what is the name of the person who does art? Spring Whitaker? Something like that. All their label art's amazing. Carl does great work with that. Per the label, Imperial Stout with cacao and vanilla added. This is 13.5%. So just a little session kind of a beer. 22-ounce bomber on a freezing cold Wednesday. It was 35 degrees, I think, this morning, driving to work in North County, San Diego. So I appreciate all your guys' prayers for the cold weather. It's crazy. Nothing better for cold weather than a big stout. So we're going to use our Horus proper glassware because you guys know by now beer tastes better in proper glassware. So let's get into this one. Oh my gosh, that pours sludgy. This was one of the recent member... Actually, this might have been a public... Was this a public sale? I don't know. I'm a Horus member, and I love being a member of Horus. Kyle stouts are amazing. I know a lot of people, every time I do Horus reviews, they talk about how, you know, they can't get Horus and it's tough to get Horus beers. I think you guys, I mean, I don't know. I think trading for these beers isn't a huge deal, but I'm not 100% sure. They are pricey, which people kind of scoff at sometimes, but it is what it is. They're always absolutely fantastic. So I say it every time, it behooves you to try Horus stouts if you're a stout fan and you've never had one. So let's get into the beer so we don't make this a freaking 15-minute video. It poured super dark, sludgy, like motor oil. It's pitch black in the glass. Quarter finger of like that brown khaki head. I didn't pour it crazy aggressive, so there wasn't a huge head. 13.5%. You would expect the head to stick around, and it's not. But there's alcohol legs sticking to the glass. It looks absolutely amazing in that proper glassware. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in this one. This one's actually been sitting in a wine fridge, so about 60-ish degrees. So I think the temperature of this is perfect. Let's smell it. It's so crazy. Like every time I smell a Horus beer, it's so intense. I wish I could describe like the intensity of it. So many times, like, you know, we review stouts in December and we have really, really good beer, but there's times where you smell a beer and you're just kind of like, oh, it smells like, you know, roasted malts and whatever else you're searching for. You're never searching for an aroma, like anything in the aroma of these beers. This is decadent brownie batter with like a vanilla sweetness to it. There's a little bit of like a roast there that sort of gives like a little bit of a coffee thing, but this is such a chocolate bomb. It's crazy, and I always talk about it. You guys know I love chocolatey stouts. This smells crazy. It's like chocolate cake with vanilla frosting. It's nuts. Another thing with Horus beers is his stouts are super pastry, so you have to like sweet beers to enjoy these. And I mentioned it a little while ago. I didn't realize how much I liked sweet beers until I drank a bunch of his beers. I really, really like sweet beer, so a decadent nose like this is something I really enjoy. It even has like this kind of baker's chocolate thing too, but this is so it is, think fudgy chocolate cake with vanilla, or think smelling like an awesome, you know, glass of chocolate milk. Like it smells thick. It smells awesome. Let's taste it. Cheers to another stout. These beers are so thick, it's crazy. This is the first. It's so sticky. That finish is just it goes for days. It's nuts. This is the first, I will say, first Horus stout that I can recall that I can actually taste a little bit of booze. That might just be, it's the first like big beer I've had. We haven't reviewed a stout in a while. It's been like 4 or 5 days, so maybe my palate's adjusting back to it again. It's like a boozy brownie with vanilla, like ice cream or vanilla frosting. That is crazy. And the finish of that, I was laughing before. It's like sticky chocolate syrup, and it's still on my tongue. It's crazy. Like, I know, it's repetitive with these kind of reviews, but like these beers are just so next level as far as like how explosive the aroma and explosive the flavors are. It's like I said, it's hard to put in words like what you're actually tasting. So what we were smelling, crazy fudgy chocolate cake, that's what you taste middle, like right at the front of your tongue. As it goes across, there's a little bit of alcohol, but it turns into like this sticky chocolate syrup, and on the finish you get that sweet vanilla. Not overpowering, not cloyingly sweet, but the sweetness from the vanilla is there. And then you get like, there is a roast there that kind of gives it, it's not, I don't want to say it's bitter, but it kind of gives like a bitter coffee sort of like essence to it. Mouthfeel, this beer is super thick. It coats your tongue. And like I said, the flavors just sit there. The whole time I've been talking, it tastes like chocolate cake. It's crazy. So this beer says it's brewed with cacao and vanilla. Those are the two predominant notes that you're getting. There's not a whole lot else besides that little bit of roast. So if you're fans of chocolate cake with vanilla frosting, chocolate brownie, chocolate milk with vanilla ice cream, this beer is what you want to drink. And it's fantastic. So rather than repeat ourselves, we will leave it there. Another fantastic beer from Horus. I mean, Kyle kills it. I make no bones about that. I'm super stoked every time I get to drink his beer. So yeah, that is Marshall's. What is it? Marshall's debut. And that, just look at that artwork. It's amazing. So if you guys had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you're a fan of Horus beer, we can talk about it. And that's it. I'm out here, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all